The screen opens to the sound of a distant echo, like voices carried on the wind from centuries past. The music is faint, almost like a memory. Soft choirs, ancient tones that feel eternal. The narrator's voice enters, deep and deliberate. Stories fade, kingdoms fall, empires rise and crumble. But some stories never die. The visuals are faceless yet symbolic, scrolls unraveling, shadows crossing deserts, a ripple moving through still water. The Chosen is not just a series to be watched and forgotten. It is a reminder of something eternal, a story that reaches across generations, binding the past to the present and carrying the present into the future. The tone grows more powerful, filled with reverence. Every season has been a thread in the tapestry of destiny. Season 6 is not merely another chapter. It is the heartbeat of a promise, the echo of a calling, the fire that will not be put out. The music swells with rising strings, echoing drums. Visuals show rising light, cities in silhouette, and waves crashing against cliffs. This season will not only challenge the Chosen within the story, it will challenge us, the Chosen beyond the screen. To believe when belief costs something, to stand when the world says kneel, to carry hope when hope feels impossible. The narrator pauses, a silence, then a whisper. This is not entertainment. This is a legacy. The final visuals unfold. A sunrise breaking through the horizon, light scattering into the heavens. The voice rises one last time, powerful and commanding. The Chosen Season 6 is not just coming. It is arriving like a storm, like a flame, like a promise fulfilled. This is destiny, and destiny cannot be stopped. The screen fades to black. A single phrase lingers, glowing in gold. The music fades into stillness. For a moment, there is nothing, just silence, like the world holding its breath. Then, a single note begins, soft and pure, as the narrator's voice breaks through, low and steady. When stories end, they often fade into shadows. But this story is not fading. It is rising. The visuals show faceless silhouettes walking into the horizon, carrying light in their hands. The screen glows faintly with the color of dawn. From the first calling on the shores of Galilee, to the trials, the miracles, and the betrayals, every step has led to this. And now, as Season 6 unfolds, we are no longer watching history. We are stepping into destiny. The music swells with powerful choirs, layered with drums that sound like the beating of a great heart. This is the moment where faith collides with fear, where sacrifice meets destiny, where the Chosen must stand, even when the world stands against them. And in their story, we find our own. The camera slowly closes in on light breaking through clouds. The narrator's voice grows stronger, almost like a vow. The Chosen Season 6 is not just for today. It is for tomorrow. It is for all who will come after. Because this is not just a show. It is a message. It is a movement. It is a light that cannot be put out. The music crashes into its final crescendo. Soaring strings, echoing voices, waves of sound that feel like eternity breaking through. The wait is over. The story lives on. The Chosen Season 6 is here, and it will echo forever. The screen turns black. One last phrase, glowing in gold, appears as the music fades into silence. The screen fades to black. A deep, steady voice rises over the sound of slow, building drums. The journey that touched millions, the story that brought hope to the world, is about to take its next step. A flash of light cuts through the darkness, followed by echoes of voices, footsteps, and whispers of faith. The narrator continues. Every season has prepared us for this moment. Every trial, every victory, every sacrifice has led us here. The music swells. The screen pulses with fragments of scenes, water, fire, stone, and shadows. This is more than a series. This is a calling, and Season 6 will change. The voice shifts to a calm yet powerful tone. From the very beginning, The Chosen has been more than just a show. It has been a journey that allowed us to step into the world of faith, love, and sacrifice. In Season 1, We met the men and women who left everything behind to follow a teacher who spoke with authority like no other. We saw fishermen become leaders, outcasts find hope, and hearts once filled with doubt begin to believe. The music grows slightly faster, the visuals showing faint outlines of past moments without revealing full faces. Then came Season 2, where struggles deepened. The cost of discipleship grew heavier. The chosen faced doubt, division, and danger, yet their trust in the mission grew stronger. We witnessed lives transformed, not by power, but by love. The tone sharpens as drums intensify. Season 3 tested faith like never before. Miracles sparked wonder, yet enemies grew louder. The world was watching, and the chosen were no longer hidden. Every step forward brought them closer to both glory and danger. The narration pauses, letting the silence breathe before building again. And then, Season 4 and 5 carried us deeper into the storm. Friendships were tested, hearts were broken, and hope stood at the edge of despair. Each episode was a reminder that this path was never meant to be easy, but it was always meant to be worth it. Music crescendos with cinematic force, building tension. Now, after all the trials, after all the miracles, we stand on the threshold of the most powerful chapter yet. The chosen are closer than ever to the moment that will change history forever. Season 6 is not just another step. It is the turning point. The screen fades once more into darkness. A single phrase appears in bold light. The story continues. Everything. The road ahead is darker, heavier, and more dangerous than ever before. The narrator's voice echoes as thunder rolls faintly in the background. The screen flickers with storm clouds, shadows moving across stone walls. The disciples have walked with hope. They have seen the impossible become reality. They have witnessed miracles that defy human understanding. Yet now, they will face a trial unlike anything they have known. The music shifts into a haunting melody, soft but unsettling, like the calm before a storm. In Season 6, questions will rise that cut to the very heart of faith. What does it mean to follow when the path leads to suffering? What does it mean to believe when the world turns against you? And how do you stand strong? When fear whispers louder than hope, the visuals remain faceless, showing only silhouettes and symbolic imagery. A door closing, footsteps in sand, a candle flickering out. This is the season where choices matter more than ever. Betrayal waits in the shadows. Pressure from rulers grows heavier, and every step closer to destiny feels like a step closer to the edge. The voice deepens, almost like a warning. But even in the face of darkness, light will not be silenced. Courage will rise from brokenness. Unity will be tested but never destroyed. The chosen will discover that their greatest strength does not lie in power, but in sacrifice. The music surges, lifting the tone with hope. Every miracle, every teaching, every moment of doubt has prepared them for this. The world may try to silence the message. Leaders may try to crush the movement. But faith is not so easily broken. And Season 6 will reveal that sometimes the greatest victory comes through the greatest trial. The screen glows softly, a final line etched in light. The chosen must face their destiny, and destiny cannot be denied. The screen fades to silence. No music, just the sound of wind, empty and haunting. We have waited. We have wondered. We have held our breath for what comes next. The narrator's voice is low, steady, pulling the audience in. Every story has a turning point, and this one is closer than you think. A faint heartbeat begins, slow and distant, echoing like a drum. The visuals show only flashes, scrolls being opened, a stone door rolling shut, footsteps on gravel. The chosen stand on the edge of history, and soon you will too. The heartbeat grows louder. Music begins to rise, strings weaving tension with every second. Season 6 is not a distant promise. It is not a dream waiting in the shadows. It is real, it is near, and it has a date. A bright flash tears across the screen, followed by bold white letters appearing in silence. The narrator pauses, giving the moment weight. Mark your calendars. Set your hearts. Because on insert release date, the journey continues. The music explodes into a swell of sound, choirs, drums, and rising strings, creating the feeling of a climax. This is more than an announcement. This is a call, a reminder that the story that began with hope will march forward with power. On insert release date, the next chapter of The Chosen will unfold before your eyes. The camera slowly zooms into glowing text on a black screen. The wait is ending. The moment is coming. The time is set. The heartbeat fades into silence. Only the release date remains glowing on screen. The music softens into a deep, steady rhythm, like the last beat of a drum echoing in the distance. The narrator's voice returns, calm yet commanding. This is more than a story. This is more than a series. This is a movement, one that has stretched across nations, across languages, across hearts searching for truth. Visuals flash quickly, hands reaching upward, torches lighting in the dark, waves crashing against rocks. For 5 seasons, we have walked together through faith, doubt, sacrifice, and hope. And now, as Season 6 rises, the journey becomes more urgent than ever before. The tone sharpens with resolve. This is the moment to prepare. This is the time to share. The Chosen are not just characters on a screen. They are a reflection of all who dare to believe when belief comes at a cost. Their courage calls to us. Their sacrifice reminds us. Their story belongs to everyone. The music builds again, slower this time like an anthem. So do not wait on the sidelines. Step into the story. Follow every update. Share the message. And be ready, because the world will be watching when the next chapter unfolds. The final words grow stronger, almost like a proclamation. Season 6 is coming. And when it does, the world will remember. Do not miss the moment. Do not miss the calling. The screen turns black. One last line appears, glowing with intensity. The screen is black. For a few seconds there is nothing, only silence. Then a single candle flame flickers to life, its light cutting through the shadows. The narrator's voice returns, softer now, almost like a secret being shared. Every story we have told has pointed to this. Every miracle, every tear, every word spoken in faith has carried us closer to this moment. And soon, the world will see what it has all been leading to. The flame grows brighter, illuminating the outline of ancient stone, then fades into a golden horizon. Season 6 is not the end of the journey. It is the beginning of something greater. A reminder that even when darkness falls, hope still burns. A reminder that courage can rise from weakness, that faith can stand when the world tries to silence it. The music shifts into a gentle but powerful anthem, strings swelling with hope, voices faintly joining in the background. This is more than a release. It is more than a date on the calendar. It is an invitation to watch, to believe, to be moved, and to be changed. The visuals move slowly, water rippling, stars appearing in the night sky, footsteps vanishing into sand. The Chosen were never meant to walk alone, and neither are we. Their story is ours. Their courage is our calling, and their destiny is a light for the world. The music begins to fade, leaving only the soft whisper of wind. The candle flame flickers once more, then goes out. The screen fades to black. The narrator's final words echo like a promise. The Chosen Season 6. When the time comes, will you be ready?